Wake up, Pittsburgh! I'm Matt Peiken, and this is your local newscast for Wednesday, February 18th. Mayor Corey O'Connor laid out a plan for economic growth at a Pittsburgh Technology Council event Tuesday. He emphasized speeding up progress, especially overhauling the city's complicated permitting system to help small businesses get faster approvals. O'Connor also aims to launch a special tax district downtown to boost development, targeting approval before the NFL draft puts Pittsburgh in the spotlight this spring. He stressed support for the tech industry through partnerships, internships, and local innovation, while also focusing on expanding family services like childcare and recreation programs. Read more about this at Tribune Live. A federal safety agency has identified serious safety flaws at the U.S. Steel plant in Clairton after an August explosion that killed 2 workers and injured 11. The Occupational Safety and Health Administration found the company's procedures and training were incomplete and outdated, exposing workers to danger while they flushed a gas valve. The plant has a history of accidents and ongoing disputes over environmental violations. U.S. Steel says it's reviewing the report and will work with OSHA on needed improvements as the investigation continues. Read more about this at WESA. Environmental advocates say forever chemicals are showing up at startling levels in streams near Pittsburgh International Airport. Since 2023, Three Rivers Waterkeeper has sampled Montour Run and nearby tributaries for these chemicals, finding readings as high as 430 parts per trillion. That's more than 100 times the EPA's 4 parts per trillion drinking water standard. Newly released airport stormwater reports show even higher concentrations, including one sample at 62,900 parts per trillion near the airport's firefighting training area where foam using these chemicals was once used. Read more about this in the Allegheny Front. A special election in Pennsylvania's 42nd House District is set for next Tuesday, February 24th, after Democrat Dan Miller resigned to take a seat on the Allegheny County Court of Common Pleas. The district, which includes Mount Lebanon and Dormont, could signal trends before midterms as state control affects national politics. Democratic nominee Jennifer Mazzocco, a longtime local teacher and counselor, supports increased state funding for transit and housing to improve daily life and address climate change. She faces Republican Joseph Leckenby, a local party member and recent law graduate who focuses on tenant safety and favors more local control of transit funding. Read more about this race at Pittsburgh Public Source. And rising requests for financial help, including assistance with rent, groceries, and insurance, are putting new pressure on Pittsburgh area mosques as Ramadan began last night. Leaders at the Muslim Community Center of Greater Pittsburgh in Monroeville say they've seen a steady increase in community needs, dispersing about 40% more funds this year than the year before. Even so, the center plans to keep serving free nightly iftar meals, expecting at least 1,000 people each night. That's about twice the number from last year, supported by sponsors and a committee that prioritizes the most urgent cases. Read more about this in the Post-Gazette. Our free newsletter is a quick local news digest, essentially this newscast in written form. Subscribe at wakeuppit, that's pit.transistor.fm. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram at wakeuppit, and please share this podcast with your friends who care about this city. I'm Matt Peiken. Thanks so much for starting your weekdays with Wake Up Pittsburgh.